gaining consent through manipulation. No agenda may be advanced without the reasonable consent of large percentages of the population. Without this, it would be impossible to prevent uprisings and rebellion, demanding that rulers and governments change. This mass consent is achieved through the deceptive narrative, which is projected by the false media. Fake news did not just happen. It is created, owned, and controlled by those referred to in the Bible as the kings of the earth. And playing a major role in this false reporting is the educational system. Fake news captures, indoctrinates, and holds the minds of the people. It keeps their minds within parameters of thought and expression, which bolsters its narrative. By this, minds are blinded, and the collective thought process is guided into predetermined conclusions which suppress knowledge and keep down rebellion. The recent coronavirus pandemic, for example, has caused worldwide alarm. In honor of those who have lost their lives to this virus, and in respect to their grieving friends and loved ones, I rush to say that we all should be concerned with public health and safety. I know I am. We should practice responsible behavior to do all that we can to protect our family, friends, and society from this and all illness. However, it's not a stretch to see how this very natural and proper concern can be handled in a manipulative way to produce widespread hysteria among the health-conscious public. No one wants to be sick. Coronavirus prevention, though, is a convenient way to prepare people en masse to be willing to take instruction and do precisely what they are told. It's also an extremely effective way to control the rising and falling of the economy. Call it what you want, but there is a panic. I'm not saying all people are panicked. I'm saying that a panic has been created among the people. This is not a book about COVID-19. This is just one current example of how it's not difficult for the powers that be to gain the consent of the masses and successfully change societal behavior while creating new and easily acceptable social norms where behavior can be predicted, manipulated, and controlled. I'll leave the claims of the origin of the virus to others at this time. I will say, though, that there are good reasons to suspect foul play. It's not like the government has never lied to the public or attempted to cover up wrongdoing. So, what does slavery have to do with all of this? If people could be treated as slaves were in the past, then nothing is off the table so far as public manipulation is concerned, including the COVID-19 scare. It's difficult for people to get together to fight against a corrupt system when they're afraid to get together. No one will be in the streets demanding justice because they are not allowed to be. However, in this day, you can't just tell people that they're not allowed to protest. You must get them to agree not to protest. You can't just make up a law that tells people to stay home, stay 6 feet apart, don't touch, wear masks and gloves, don't go to church service and other social distancing practices. They must willingly agree that staying at home is the best thing for them to do. The powers that be can compel large portions of the population to willfully forfeit their constitutional liberties through a cruel fear tactic agenda, and, if not exposed through prophecy, the world will bow down. Please don't misunderstand We have no problem whatsoever working together to fight this current virus that has changed all our lives. We love our world community and our fellow Americans. Our heart goes out to those who are ill and have tragically lost loved ones. We love them. We pray for them. We pray for you. We are not separate. We're in this together. Still, we must say that in working with law enforcement and the governing officials, there comes a time when we must stand up for America, stand up for humanity, stand for God. There's a time when we must stand for the reasonable American right and privilege that all our fathers wept, bled, and died for. They died so that we, their children, whatever our skin color may be, would be able to freely enjoy the liberty to openly worship God. They wanted us to live, love, and laugh as American citizens and as an example to all the world that we will never be afraid to lead in the fight for right.